Welcome back. Thanks a lot for staying with us. We're getting some breaking developments now coming in. On the cash for queries allegations against TMC MP Mahua Moitra, you now have a reaction coming in from Union Minister Dharmendra Pradhan, who in fact has gone on to say, and I'm quoting, "There is no place for bribery in the parliamentary process. This matter is now before the Ethics Committee, which is doing its work," end quote. Let's listen in to that reaction as well.
और जब ये एक प्रकार से सबजुडिस है, लोकसभा की एथिक्स कमेटी के सामने है, सारा विषय सामने आना चाहिए, क्योंकि संसदीय प्रणाली में घूसखोरी की कोई स्थान नहीं है। तो उसकी जो कानूनी प्रक्रिया होगा, पार्लियामेंट ने पिछले दिनों में भी उसके ऊपर बहुत उदाहरण रखा है। वो सारा विषय पहले एथिक्स कमेटी के सामने पूरा स्पष्ट हो। एथिक्स कमेटी एक योग्य कमेटी है, लोकसभा के अध्यक्ष जी ने उसको काम दिया है, वो करे पहले काम अपना।
Let's also now bring in our colleague Payal Mehta, who is joining us on the broadcast. Payal, as we're seeing more and more reactions come in from the BJP, it's now fair to say that it's not just the issue as far as whether those credentials were compromised, did Mahua share those credentials, but the charge of bribery is a narrative that the BJP wants to take forward as well.
Yes, this is the first and the official reaction coming in from the government of India, given the fact that Dharmendra Pradhan is the Union Minister in the Modi government, essentially tells you what weight this entire matter carries. As far as parliament privileges are concerned, the parliamentarians are expected to be representatives of the public. They're expected to keep their conduct honest, at least in the public domain as well. So obviously, with the fact that there were questions that were posed, to get money or favors in return, that is something which is not acceptable, it's something which is not allowed by the parliament rules and procedures. And secondly, they're allowing somebody else to use your login and ID and password, to post questions on your behalf. That is also something which is not which is morally incorrect, is what is being said. But yes, the fact that this is not a case of just merely a breach of parliament privilege or a breach of ethics, that they done for the parliamentarians, this is basically a case of bribery, and the BJP will take the narrative forward that the TMC MP has been involved in bribery, and it is likely to go beyond just the ethics committee, is what I'm given to understand.
Well, since you've been reporting as far as what the investigation will also look into, as far as these charges or whether these credentials were shared by Mahua with someone else, was this done on foreign soil, was Mahua present when all of this was done? What are the various aspects that are currently under the scanner to try and understand whether any credentials were compromised or not?
Well, as far as the ethics committee is concerned, the ethics committee will need all the documentation and the proof on record. So if Nishikant Dubey is making any claim, he'll have to place on record what proof he has. And similarly, Jay Anand, who in fact made this allegation, will also have to prove all those records and put all the records for the parliament to look into. After which an educated call will be taken by the committee, and that matter will be referred to the Lok Sabha Speaker. Having said that, probably if the legal battle goes forward, then there are multiple things to be looked into, given the fact that some BJP MPs might also ask for an investigation by an agency as far as this is concerned, given the fact that if at all, the credentials of Mahua Moitra were opened by somebody in a foreign country, what really led to it and what really transpired in those communications as well. So that's a matter for us to see, but as of now, the immediate trouble for Mahua Moitra will be to be present before the ethics committee. She's not called in the first sitting of this committee. She's going to be subsequently called. But yes, she is fighting that lone battle herself and saying that she's not scared of any investigation.
So as Payal is pointing out, as far as this first meeting is concerned, which is going to be on the 26th, we do know that Mahua Moitra has not been called, but she could be called for the subsequent meetings as well. Payal, we'll just request you to stay on with us. We're getting some other updates also coming in. And staying with the same space, we do have an update now from the chairman of the Ethics Committee as well. He is somebody we spoke to earlier in the day here at CNN News 18. He, in fact, is now confirming that I have received a letter from Darshan Hiranandani. Remember, Darshan Hiranandani has now turned an approver in this case and has made some very damning allegations against the TMC MP. Payal continues to be with us. Payal, so we have an update. You spoke to him earlier in the day and you did ask him this pointed question, whether he had heard any sort of communication from the Hiranandani group, from Darshan Hiranandani. The update now coming in is that they in fact have received a letter from Darshan Hiranandani. What are the various aspects, the evidence that the Ethics Committee will now be looking into?
Well, firstly, like I said, that all documentation has to be placed on record, and that's one of the reasons when the letter has been shot off to the Ethics Committee Chairman Vinod Sonkar over here, that would have gone to the Lok Sabha Secretariat. So obviously they have confirmed that they've received the letter. And like I said, that the committee will examine all aspects to it, will listen to all parties concerned over here, and then take an educated call. And it's not just the BJP MP who's of course the BJP MP is the Ethics Committee Chairman, but it's not his sole vote which will matter. This is a committee in which you have various leaders of the opposition. I remember distinctly one harsh critic of the BJP, Darshan Hiranandani himself, is facing the privilege committee matter. He will also be part of that committee. It will be important to see what the committee really finally comes up to, because this is the rarest of rare cases. Vinod Sonkar told us earlier that never in his career, or never in probably parliament history, such a case had come up when people took favor to ask questions and take favors for it.
Payal, we'll just request you to stay on with us. We want to break down some more details in terms of what have we heard from Darshan Hiranandani so far. As we pointed out, that one of the big developments that have happened in this case that came late last night was of Darshan Hiranandani now turning an approver in this case. And he's made some very damning allegations against Mahua Moitra. So let's break down those details as well. He in fact has gone on to confirm that the TMC MP Mahua Moitra did in fact share his email ID with Darshan Hiranandani. Furthermore, he's also gone on to confirm that Mahua Moitra in fact provided her parliamentary login and password, and this is something which is currently under the scanner. Were the credentials in fact shared by Mahua Moitra to Darshan Hiranandani? Were there other people who were in the know as well? The other aspect that in fact has now been confirmed by Darshan Hiranandani is that Mahua was in fact getting help from other people as well. Who were these other people? Something that the investigation will also look into. He's furthermore also gone on to say that others were also assisting the TMC MP in her attacks. Remember, as of now, Mahua Moitra has denied all these allegations. She's in fact gone on to question the BJP that just because I've been asking uncomfortable questions, the BJP is trying to silence me. Darshan Hiranandani has also now gone on to say that Mahua Moitra was taking undue advantage of him. As we pointed out, him becoming an approver in this case could become more trouble for Mahua Moitra. Payal continues to be with us. Payal, taking on from what we were just breaking down in terms of Darshan Hiranandani now becoming an approver in this case, how big a problem does this now become for the TMC MP?
It is my word versus yours. When Darshan Hiranandani has said what he has said, and he's essentially said that not only did he feel pressurized, but he also said that he had in fact lent a lot of favors to Mahua Moitra, in fact helping her out with the home renovation, which is her official residence in the national capital, providing expensive gifts, providing cash or kinds for her vacations, etc. So all of these issues are they tantamount, they amount to bribery. So that's something which is also going to be looked into independently, of course, as far as this is concerned, because bribery is a complete no-no. Cash for vote scam, you saw what really happened to those MPs that were involved in the cash for vote scams as well. So it's a very serious allegation, but like I said, it's a matter of the parliament privilege. But over and above that, I'm given to understand that the BJP will fight a long legal battle with Mahua Moitra also.